Hey, for my shaped, fit, and diverse group, and by diverse, I mean you have diverse interests beyond being in the gym all the time, right? You don't want to become a 80-inch chest, 18-inch waist. Maybe you do, but I'm not the guy that can get you there. There's some others out there. For you folks that just want really good shape, tone, strength, definitely some muscle, but you don't want your joints all blown out. You don't want your muscles all blown out so that you can't run or swim or hike or cycle or whatever it is you want to do. That's kind of my specialty nowadays. I have done a lot of stuff wrong, and I'm here to keep you from doing those things. So you probably on the first part of the video, if you didn't turn it off, saw that I was once young, and then I got pretty big and strong, and now I'm back to where I am today. And so at 50, you have a choice. You can either decide to pretend like you're going to be big and strong forever, and you generally end up kind of round and going into the gym twice a week and flinging a couple of heavy weights. And I didn't want to do that. What I decided by the time I realized at 50, I could no longer do the huge weights. Well, no, I knew that 15 years earlier. That's the date that I finally admitted to it. I made that decision. You know, instead of going this way, I would just kind of go this way. So it was not easy to give up that pound a year. It sounds like it shouldn't be a big deal, but with the amount of time and effort it took to put it on, it's hard to let go. Anyway, I made a lot of mistakes. When I hooked up with that guy around 26, 27, and we started working out together, you know, we started kind of thinking, we're going to be these bodybuilders, and we believed all the BS that the pros were giving. Certainly they were doing those workouts and certainly those weights and certainly that much eating, but they were certainly cheating in a way I never got to. So, but a lot of research is showing a fair number of them die in their 50s. So it takes a big toll on their body. So I got not quite skinny, but certainly skinnier. During that time, we thought we were going to be bodybuilders, but it kind of accidentally evolved into really almost powerlifting, not really clean and jerk and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, you don't ever need 500-pound squats in this life, and certainly not the next. And so that tears your body up. You don't need 225-pound barbells that you're lifting over your head. So I can tell you what to do and what not to do, or at least suggest. I won't tell you. And I'll tell you the lessons I've learned. I'll tell you everything I've learned from other people's videos. And I always take the smartest people's advice and try to apply it to myself and you. And that's where I'm at. And I'm also focusing a lot on how to avoid that joint pain from lifting, because that's going to interfere with anything else you want to do. And that's my offering to you. As a trainer, that's what I can offer you. And so I hope to see you at the gym. Now, regarding the website, I do something really kind of different than most trainers. I go through the internet and look for the very best videos on every exercise, every one of them. And I probably review 30, 40, 50 videos on every exercise to see who it looks like knows the best and has some good ideas. Because the person you want advising you is not the person who thinks they know everything, which I don't. And what I do then is I pick the top 5, 6, 7, 8, and I look at what they're saying, and I come in and I do my own workout and apply some of the points I think might be good. And in the end, I tape myself, which I come from a generation that never taped themselves before, and tell you what I think is really good for you and what I think maybe is not so good for you. And then at the website, what I do is I break those videos I've reviewed into 3 different categories. And one I call young and huge and strong. And those are the guys that maybe I sort of almost was way back then. They just want to tear it up. They can make muscle gains and strength gains almost every week. And so I set aside some videos for those guys. The next group I talk about are the shaped, fit, and diverse. These are folks that sort of what I've become. They want to weight train, they want to work out, and by weights I mean machines or anything you'd like to do. But they don't want to screw up their joints and muscles to the point where they can't run or swim or hike or cycle or ski or whatever it is you love to do. So I set aside a series of videos for them. They just want a little strength, some good tone, some good shape. And then my last category is general fitness and health. And these are folks that maybe this is you, really never worked out, but you think it's time. And you can see either as you're getting a little bit older that things just aren't working as well as they used to. And you'd sure like to regain some of that vigor and strength. And that's for you. These are those category of videos that are going to help you understand the basics. Now, of course, I'm always here on those last two, the folks that want to get a good shape and diversified workouts for the folks who need the general conditioning and want to learn. For you folks that are huge and young and strong, my advice is, one, I'm not going to be your guy because I'm so far over those years. I can remember them, but I can't relive them. Be careful. Take a look at those power lifters. Take a look at those pro bodybuilders. And I'm talking about on a 8K screen, and decide if that's really what you want, because you're going to have to give up so much in your life to get there. Very, very few get there. And, well, get online and look at some of those videos, look at some of those shots, and look at some of these folks 10 and 15 years later and decide if you want to do that. And if you do, go ahead, man. Go all out. Get yourself a good personal trainer that can guide you in that strength and massive sized category. These other two groups I'm going to hang out with. I can't do those 500-pound squats anymore. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and break this into different groups and let you guys watch these videos.
Wanna look good, you gotta work.